Hello, 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 my collectors, my loves, my angels. How are you? How are you doing today? We are beginning of a new week. First, Happy New Year. Okay. Happy birthday to anyone celebrating a birthday today, my Capricorns. As well as congratulations for anyone who have just completed something, found out some new news of pregnancy, engagement, marriage, birth. All right, graduations, proposals, promotions. I wanted to read this particular read this morning. You see I have several cards out here. Um, this is going to be a spiritual read, so I'm going to tell you that right now because I'm definitely tapped in to something. So this one is more spiritual, more so than relationships. It's more a relationship with yourself, okay, your higher self, and we're going to look into that. So I pulled out my spiritual decks on this because really what I'm hearing, and I'm hearing something that I really was not that familiar with, okay? Um, it's a scripture. Ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the soul of man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones. That's Matthew chapter 19, verse 28. Depending upon what Bible you use, Joseph, James, NIV, whatever you use, it may be worded a little differently, but more or less, it's about following regeneration, sitting. You will sit among the throne, among 12. From that, spiritually, it speaks about transformation. It speaks about alignment, divine authority that comes from walking your higher path, your journey, your spiritual path, not just the future, any future events, or not just a promise of being seated in heaven, all right, but more about an inner awakening. And with us going into 2026, which is a 10, closing, putting it into releasing things that no longer serve us, changing our destiny, our cycles, with us starting new things now, wanting truth, clarity, going towards new opportunities, new beginnings, manifestation on that power, and utilizing our skills. It ties in perfectly because it talks about following, to follow. The verse says, Ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones. So to follow means to choose truth over comfort. It's a path of growing internally, healing things that have been holding you back, standing in your way, blocking you, those past hurts, betrayals, maybe childhood issues. It's about getting into alignment. It's your soul saying, I don't want to stay asleep anymore. It's like you're I feel like a lot of you are coming out of situations, been through a lot of things, and you're getting tired. You're ready for something different. Your soul is screaming for more. You're ready to put it into, whether it was your way of thinking, patterns that you had, addictions, relationships, jobs. You're tired of just going along to get along. Like you want more. You feel like you're missing more. There's more for you out there. So we talk about the regeneration. In the regeneration. Regeneration is your rebirth. It's the death of your old self, the shedding of any fear, your ego, your pride, any wounds that you left unhealed. It's living behind that mask, that false identity. It's you trying to resurrect yourself. It's about resurrection. So when it says about when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, you should also sit. So the throne of the glory, that represents divine consciousness, being aware, using wisdom, your discernment, knowing, the inner knowing, okay? It's the higher self in authority, no longer reacting, no longer being rude, but being in full embodiment, not letting people trigger you, responding, over giving, over loving, over explaining, trying to get people to see things your way. It's just you knowing and not feeling like you owe anyone an apology for being yourself, an explanation why you said and did what you did. And to sit upon 12 thrones means, well, first let's look at what does 12 mean. 12 represents divine order, wholeness, cosmic structure, 12 tribes, 12 apostles, it's 12 zodiac signs, it's 12 gates. To sit upon that also confirms that you're no longer being ruled by your fear, your wounds, or any illusions. That you're no longer being governed by things, society rules, government around you. You're using your wisdom. You're choosing wisdom, discernment over chaos, over lies, over illusions. To judge the 12 tribes. It's not about condemning them. It's not about who's right or wrong. It's not about you tearing down a person or picking a person or people or community or something apart. It's about bringing balance. It's about living in your truth, speaking your truth, being your true authentic self. It's about being in alignment with yourself, in alignment with the collective, others around you, those who resonate with you, that are on your calling. It's about being in your purpose, walking your path. Looking at things from a higher perspective. So when you think about the verse, what is the verse really saying? The verse is saying that those who walk the path of awakening will rise into sovereignty. Those who endure transformation, allow yourself to transform, allow that old way of patterns, behaviors, addictions, self-limiting beliefs, allow all that to die. Transform. Become a pillar in your community, a pillar within yourself. Follow your truth. Be yourself. Those who live in the truth, walk in the truth, unapologetically, you rule your life. You take back your power, your control. Not for others, but for yourself. So it's really a call for higher learning, for evolution, for transformation, to get on your journey. Stop holding yourself back. Stop allowing others to hold you back. Because you're here to ascend. You're here to be in power. You're here to make a difference. You're here for a purpose. So we're going to look at, I'm sure that's what I'm going to start with. I also want to pull out the spiritual deck. We're going to look at too, like, when it comes to just discovering yourself, your higher purpose, your calling, like, what exactly is your higher self? We're going to see, ask Spirit, my good angel, protect me as I do this reading for the collective. As we are reminded by Matthew chapter 19:28. Know that there is a call for the collective and whole to walk within their truth, to use wisdom, discernment, to align with their higher self. Let's see what the message is really trying to say to us. Several decks are here, guys. I'm going to ask several questions here. We're going to look into your self-discovery, what you need to discover about yourself, guidance, your alignment, and how to get into alignment, where Spirit is trying to guide you. And then I'm also going to look at relationships or situationships that you've been in. You know, maybe where you've been asking, will they come back? But don't ask that. But instead, ask other questions like, you know, how they benefit you, what were you to learn, different things like that. So let's start with self-discovery in yourself. What was your higher self trying to teach you? What is the collective higher self trying to teach them right now? What is the higher self trying to teach the collective right now? And I'm going to pull from different decks, at least 3. I will pull 3 on each. I will pull from 3 different decks on each question to give you 3 different things because everyone is not on the same timeline. I will pull 1 tarot. What is the higher self trying to teach the collective right now? We have Queen of Wands. Definitely you need to Stay in things that you're passionate about. The Queen of Wands is someone who's passionate, is confidence, a leadership, being independent. She could be a mother as well, but she's very intuitive as well. So you're definitely, your higher self wants you to listen, use discernment, tap into your intuition, nurture yourself, have passion for anything that you're going after. Go after things that feed your soul, that you're passionate about, that makes you feel alive, that makes you feel whole. Remember, 12 talks about wholeness, okay? Also, a leadership. You're being called to lead. You're not, that's why you will be sitting under 12 thrones, the judging. You're not being called to just simply blend in, sit in the background, and you're being called to lead in some type of way on this next self-discovery, on this road that you're on. Let's get a spiritual symbol. What's the spiritual symbol for that? What is the collective higher self trying to teach them right now? Internal pressures to know. Scrutinizing, superficial understanding, distracted. Stop allowing yourself to be distracted so easily. Stop thinking that someone knows what's better for your life than you do. Stop falling under the pressure of other people. Stop giving into internal pressures, but understand yourself. Stop scrutinizing yourself and stop allowing yourself to be put in superficial relationships or connections. And then we'll pull a lesson card with that as well. No, I won't. I don't want to pull a lesson card. I want to pull a shadow work. The shadow work you needed to do. Shadow work is your higher self calling to you. So, what is the higher self, collective's higher self trying to teach them right now? Compassion and acceptance. Have compassion for yourself. Release shame and guilt. Any shame you feel for anything that you've done or someone's done against you, have compassion. Understand that sometimes you make a mistake. Sometimes we have poor judgment. Accept that. Feel it without judging yourself. Just know, like, okay, I made the wrong call. I shouldn't have did this. Let go of that shame and guilt that you feel, thinking that no one's going to forgive you. You can't forgive yourself. You have to release that. Accept what you did. You know better. So move with purpose now. So those we'll use from these 3 decks on when we look at our self-discovery. So what part of the collective is ready to be healed or released now? What part of the collective is ready to be healed or released now? I have the King of Swords in reverse. So the King of Swords usually talks about using your power, your intellectual power, your authority. So we have that in reverse. So when it comes to what is it that you're ready to heal, what is it you're ready to release right now? You're ready to release being unfair or people who are unfair against you, being manipulated, living in ignorance. And some of that ignorance we bring upon ourselves. We know something's wrong, we keep doing it. We know somebody's not right for us, but yet we stay in that relationship. We know we're supposed to be doing more, but yet we're holding ourselves back. You hiding, when the King of Swords in reverse, that's hiding the truth for your own benefit. Dimming your light, maybe. Are you getting something out of another situation and you feel like if you just be authentically yourself that you can make out more people won't accept you? Are you afraid people won't accept you? What's the spiritual symbol for this? What part of the collective is ready to be healed or released? A snuff candle. You're no longer wanting to be a victim, giving into gossip. You don't care what people say about you. You're ready to face your challenges. You're ready to go on your spiritual journey. You're thinking about your future. Some of you are wanting to change the way people see you. Maybe if you've lived behind a mask for a long time. Remember, we just had the King of Swords in reverse. Remember I said hiding the truth for your own benefit? living in ignorance and being held by manipulation. So maybe some of you now are deciding that, okay, yeah, I made a name myself. Maybe you've carried yourself in a sexual way. I hate to say it, maybe you carried yourself like a player or a hoe, and now you're like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not the route I want to take. I want to heal that. I want to change the image people have me. People always think I'm a screw up, so I act like a screw up. But I'm not. I'm tired of screwing up. I want to get it right. People thought that these drugs had a hold on my life. They don't. I'm ready to stop, quit, release it, let it go. So I can turn my life around. I don't need this. Like, you're ready to, at some point now, get on your journey. You don't care what people have to say about you. You don't care what rumors. You're no longer going to be a victim of those rumors or that gossip or those challenges. You're ready to stand firm in yourself now. That's what you're ready to release. What is the shadow work you need to work on in order to release? Stubborn. Stop being stubborn. Learn to be flexible. Learn to grow. Resolve your issues. Because being stubborn, being so stuck in your ways, keeps you from growing because you refuse to change. So that's what you're ready to heal, and that's what you're ready to release. You're ready to release the need to be in control, to be stubborn, and have it your way or no way. Where is the collective being called to grow? Where is the collective being called to grow? Thank you. The Chariot. You're definitely being called to move forward, to get on your way, to get en route, to use determination to overcome these obstacles. That's where you're being called to grow. Some of you may be a word sign. Get out of your emotions. Some of you have been allowing your emotions to take over you. Some of you being called to take action, to stop sitting on your behind and get up and do something. Your spirit guides are telling you, let's go, let's take a move. Either for some, you're moving too fast, you need to slow down. And for others, you're not moving enough. But definitely with the Chariot, what they're saying that you're being called to grow, you're being called to get on your journey, your path, your purpose, so that you don't miss the abundance of opportunities that lie ahead for you, your blessings. Give me the spiritual symbol for that, when they're being called to grow. Yes, so you don't miss your abundance. I said it. Thanks, because I just said it. Your abundance, your manifestation, your new beginnings. Stop hiding yourself from others. Stop squandering your future by allowing yourself to sit stagnant in a situation. You have a lot of blessings coming in for you, and you're being called to manifest, to go towards that. Your shadow work, it's time to get balance. Get in balance with yourself. Remember, I told you Matthew chapter 19 verse 28 talks about your self-awareness, your balance, your alignment, your divine authority, your transformation. You see, you're being asked to find some balance within yourself. Get into alignment. It talks about wholeness. I told you 12 talks about wholeness, duality as well. Some of you might be an air sign, some of you might be a Gemini. But it's asking you to transformation. So what energy surrounds? No, that's not where I want to go. What is the collective not seeing clearly about their current situation? And this is about your self-discovery with yourself. What is the collective not seeing clearly about their current situation? It's too much. Too much. I just really want to do 3 cards for each. What is the collective not seeing clearly about their current situation? Woo! Gosh. Where did it go? Hold on, guys. Ace of Cups. You have a new beginning for love. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups talk about your emotional fulfillment, where your happiness is. It talks about love. It talks about new beginnings, new opportunities. That love could be love of thyself. Okay, your self-love, love of others, a new love coming into you. It talks about you listening to your intuition, feeling your feels, bettering your relationships, your spirituality. It talks about forgiveness. It talks about divine creativity. It also talks about wholesomeness. The hand reaching out of the sea, above the water. It's about happiness and creativity within. Your happiness within. The white dove at the top that has the coin in it. That your cup is going to fill over with love. Divine love. Unconditional love. Whether this love is you connected to the universe, connected to your family, your friends, a person, your kids, your parents, your job, yourself. It's about all the love pouring in for you. It might be a love or a purpose for a creative project you want to start or somebody you want to connect with. But it's about overflowing love. So what you're not saying clearly about your current situation is that you need to invite you. There's no love there. That's not your passion. That's not your happiness. And there's love waiting for you. So you need to get on your path and your way. Give me the spiritual symbol for it. Thank you. That's a flyer too. Actually, two flew out for that, guys. It's time to start something new. Start fresh. Start on a fresh slate, a new beginning. You have abundance coming. Get rid of the negative thoughts. Purify yourself. Heal internally. Promote more love. You give out more love. You're going to get more love. The next card that came out with that is rope. So some of you may be saying you need help. You need assistance holding things together. Things might be a little tight for you financially. Maybe you're holding on too tight to the past or past issues you feel have a hold on you. You feel stuck, attached to it. You need to find balance before you get stressed. It's like a cry for help. Some of you are realizing that you're in a situation you don't know how to get out of it. You feel like you need help dealing with something. Maybe you're dealing with some type of addiction, mindset. Love is out here for you. Help is out here for you. What do they need to work on? What are they not saying clearly about the current situation? What are they not saying clearly about their current situation that they need to work on? Break the chains. That's why you need to release the chains. It's your self-limiting belief that's holding you back. The only way to overcome these blocks in your life is to confront them head on. Break the chain that binds you, the rope that's holding on to you. Look at things have a fresh start, from a new perspective. You're in something that you no longer have love for, and the new path has love. Giving to yourself, taking your power back, doing all these things for yourself, working on yourself, pouring more love into yourself. So that's where we are with self-discovery. So now let's look at your guidance, where your spirit guides, where you're being guided to go. What is the energy that surrounds the collective as far as guidance? What's the energy of the collective? They may be seeing synchronicities. They may have an inner knowing. They may have a feeling. Where are they being guided when it comes to their guidance and their alignment? What should they be focusing on? What is the energy surrounding their situation? The Hangman. You need to start looking at things from another perspective. So some of you are starting to look at things differently. Maybe how you looked at something in the past. Maybe you're getting revelation now. You're seeing things a little different. Some things, you're seeing how another person felt. You're seeing how another person came at you. Maybe you're seeing how another person treated you, how you didn't deserve it, or you're seeing clearly the truth in something. But you're looking at things from another perspective. That's the guidance right now. You're ready to surrender something. You're ready to let go of that old self. Some of you are taking a moment just to pause, to sit and think. Maybe you're pulling yourself away from others. It's like a hermit going within. But guidance is letting you know that now is the time for you to surrender. That while you're in this pause state, this caterpillar phase where the caterpillar is waiting to cocoon to become butterfly, you're being filled within, and you're learning, and you're seeing what direction you want to go. Give me the spiritual symbol for that. What's the energy surrounding the collective in your situation right now? Thank you. Yeah. The energy around your self-expression is the chef. You finding a creative way to express yourself. Maybe it's through painting, design, art, your voice, singing, writing, speaking, writing. You're just seeing yourself different. You're nurturing yourself now. You're passionate. You want to lead. You know what you want. And you're ready to express in your own way what you want. What is the shadow one thing you need to do? What's the energy around the collective right now that's surrounding your situation? And this is crossing, empowerment, and rebirth. Some of you are pausing. See, it started with that pause, that hangman. Some of you are waiting to work on yourself. You're knowing you need to, you want to, and you may have spoken to someone about it, changes you'll make in your life, but you're slowing up. You're not putting in action what you need to make these changes. It's just a thought with no action at this point. So how can the collective align with the highest good in this moment? Oh, I need tarot. Wrong deck. How can the collective align with the highest good in this moment? How can the collective align with the highest good in this moment? Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles that talks about legacy, financial security, your family. It talks about completeness, wealth, caring for your family, what you're passing down, what you want to leave. Some of you are thinking about your family. You're thinking about how you're going to provide for them, how you're going to support them. You're thinking about, when I'm no longer here, what I want to leave for my kids. How am I going to contribute? How do I want to contribute to the collective, to the community? How do I want to be remembered? How am I going to provide when I'm no longer here? Some of you might be thinking about putting up something for retirement and starting a business. Thinking about what lessons you would have taught them, what example you would have been for them. You don't want to pass down your karma. You don't want to pass down your responsibilities. You want a return on your investment. So you're thinking about that. If I keep living my life like this, my kids going to pay the price, their karma for me. It's about you wanting to begin. Some of you might be wanting to have more children, marry, adopt, foster. You want to take on some type of role of being an advisor in some type of way, lead with authority. Give me a spiritual symbol for this. How can they align themselves with the highest good in the moment? How can they align themselves? I don't want to take it. I don't like takers. How can they align themselves? How can they? So you want to come. Wanting and coming. Oh, gosh. I'm going to ask for too many. All right. Well, I have 4 things because it's of y'all different things. Okay. How you can align yourself now for your highest good in this moment. Let go of that unorthodox spirit that you have, that low self-esteem, that low self-control. Stop walking and living your life recklessly, okay? Stop overindulging. Stop giving into unbridled passion. Stop living in your shallow self. Stop dealing with shallow people who are in this low vibration, having shallow relationships that have no depth to them. Some of you need to start exploring new things for yourself, explore new ventures, new religions, new spiritualities, new way of life, higher living. Take on a new journey, shape your path, use wisdom, use discernment. Chase new ideas that you're getting, new downloads. With Mercury being out here, Mercury rules, that's Virgo, Gemini. So some of you need to think about where you want to go. Adapt to changes, make the change. Use wisdom, have clear understanding and concise communication. Speak what you're saying. If you're putting boundaries, speak them, put them down, leave them, stand behind them, stand firm. Be quick about it. Don't procrastinate. Stop procrastinating. Definitely you just need to move forward. Embrace change. Stop sitting in this pause position. Embrace change. Is going to come one way or the other, so go along with it. Invest in yourself and allow the universe to align with you and your intention. Set your intention and allow the universe to back that up and align with it. So what shadow work do they need to do? What's the shadow work that needs to be done for them to move forward in the best way for their higher self? What shadow work needs to be done for them to move forward? Thank you. I have two guys. Oh no, that's one. That was rebirth. Heal. You need to heal your past wounds. In order to get in your purpose, you need to heal the past wounds that you're still holding on to. You need to have empathy for others, empathy for yourself. Move with a purpose. Stop moving selfishly and move with a purpose. And your purpose needs to be something that helps not only yourself but others. Stop moving selfishly, okay? So what would serve the collective's growth right now? What would serve the collective's growth right now? We have the Four of Cups in reverse. So the Four of Cups talks about reflection and emotional stability, reflecting back. Okay, so the Four of Cups coming in reverse, it's saying that guidance is trying to show you the way. Stop withdrawing. It lets me know that some of you are withdrawing, but guidance is here to show you the way. You might be bored, you might be unsatisfied, you might be uninspired or observed by darker feelings right now, the possibility that someone might let you down, and you may think that something is a demotion. A job is a demotion. You may feel like a relationship is a demotion. You may feel like you may have to move from a bigger house to a smaller house. You may have to go from a house to an apartment. You may have to let go of this luxury car and get like a car that's not so luxury. You may feel like you need to tighten that wallet in some areas. Your lifestyle, your friend group gets smaller. But the whole thing is, things that are meant to leave your life, it's time for them to leave. And yes, things are going to get smaller. Yes, you're starting anew. So yes, whatever you built up, you may have to minimize that because you put so much focus on your earthly realms, the material, the having this, the quantity over the quality. So yes, you may feel like you are being demoted. You may feel like, I've lost friends. I've lost relationships. I've lost this job, I was here, but you're going to a rebuilding stage. So what you're going to build now, you're starting with a smaller group because everyone's not meant to walk that path with you. So you're going to start smaller, but it's going to grow. You already know it's going to grow and manifest because you had this in the beginning, the 10 of Pentacles. So you're going to be more abundant, but you're going to be abundant with things that are quality, not so much quantity. You'll have quantity, but these were the things you're going to align with, that's abundance. That's what your happily ever after, your legacy. You're going to even have things to leave behind. You're doing things with a purpose now. Things that'll be blessed by the universe. What's the spiritual symbol with that? What's the spiritual symbol with that? How can I align with the highest good amount? Yeah. Get rid of those old school ways, that old outdated thinking. Things that you need to end, let it fall apart, let it go. Let go of those enemies, those frenemies. You're running out of time. Your time is running out. Some of you may feel like I'm running out of time. You might feel rushed to do something different in your life because you feel like you're running out of time, because things are coming to an end. Things are coming to a close with you. So what do they need to set their growth right now? What is this shadow work they need to work on for their growth right now? It's time to ascend. It's time to have a positive outlook. It's time to make positive changes in your life. It's time to step into your strength and turn your pain into strength. Yes, you were hurting, but okay, so now we're going to do, how we're going to face this moving forward. I learned my lesson. I'm moving forward with this. It's calling for you to evolve. That's the whole point of the Matthew chapter 19, verse 28. It's asking about transformation. It's asking about evolution. So now we're going to look at your relationships, because I'm running out of space here too. Your relationships or your situationships. I know some of you say, oh, well, this person left my life, so will they ever come back? Will they ever talk to me? Whatever this, whatever that. So we're not going to ask that. But instead we're going to say, what was the lesson for you to learn from this connection? And with that, I'm going to add an additional onto those questions that I asked. with my karmic lessons cards, okay? So first of all, ask for the tarot, what was the lesson collective needed to learn from the connection they came out of? What was the lesson collective needed to learn? Nine of Swords. Some of you guys were in a connection of, it had a lot of anxiety, a lot of mental anguish. Somebody played a lot of manipulation. They played mind games with you, controlled you. You stayed in your head a lot. Maybe you thought you weren't enough. Maybe you thought you had nothing to offer. You released your control. You released your power. Some of you coming out of depression, you dealt with a lot of depression. Somebody caused you to be depressed and worried all the time, wondering what they were doing while they weren't home. Did they love me? Did they not love me? They cause you to just run your mind rapid, put you in a bad place in your life where you felt like you were drowning. Maybe with regrets, with fear of the future relationship. You were giving yourself negative self-talk. You started thinking bad about yourself. Maybe someone was talking negative against you, trying to make you feel bad about yourself. Maybe you were having trouble sleeping, or even just trouble being alone. You found yourself, you didn't want to be alone, so you were getting into relationships or staying with people out of fear of being alone. But I feel like your thoughts, they just were becoming too much for you. You have to remember that your thoughts have power. And if your thoughts are negative, that's what you're going to manifest into your life. Negative outcomes, negative situations, negative scenarios. Like if you keep thinking, oh, somebody's cheating, that's what you're calling in. That's what you're manifesting. If you keep thinking nobody's going to love me, I don't deserve to be loved, well, that's what you're going to call in. People who just take from you and don't pour love into you. So you have to manifest the positive things into your life and move into a more positive mindset, a more positive direction, not a mind of despair and gloom. What's the spiritual symbol? What was the lesson of this connection? To make better, stop making risky investments into people, places, jobs. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to the people in your surroundings. Think things through before you jump into something. Be careful about the decisions that you make. What was the shadow side? What was the lesson in the connection? To have peace within yourself, peace and harmony within yourself. Master the different aspects of yourself, both the light and the dark. What do you have that's good? What do you have that's negative? What's bad? Learn how to juggle between the two. Walk that line. Know when to be firm and when to be soft. When to give and when to hold back. Learn how to manage that. When you need to speak up and when you need to remain silent. What's the karmic lesson? What is the lesson in this connection from the karmic cards? What is the lesson in this connection for the karmic, for the collective from the karmic cards? Understanding soulmate lessons. Soulmates come to teach us, embrace the lesson they bring, even if they're hard to swallow. So even though somebody kept you in your head, had you thinking less of yourself, tore at your pride, your dignity, you gave yourself negative self-talk, they had you worried, feared, they taught you something. They taught you love. They make you see things clearer now. They make you see things from a higher perspective, okay? They're making you place boundaries, believe in yourself, walking in the path. They taught you something. So what energy did this or does this for those who are still in a relationship? What energy does this or did this bring into my collective's life? What energy does this or did this bring into my collective's life? Whoa. 6 of Cups. Definitely learn how to love yourself here. 6 of Cups. Yeah. You learn what real partnership is. You learn what real love is. Some of you was nostalgic, thinking about the past. You've learned now about dealing with people who don't give and take. You've learned to recognize yourself, how to be victorious, how to successfully move away from something. You learned what you want in a partnership, who you should, and that everyone is not privy to your love. Everyone is not equal your happy place. Some of you met up with a past love too. You learned a lot karma about what you give comes back, and to be kind to others. Treat people how you want to be treated without hidden agendas. And some of you might actually be finding your happy place. Give me the spiritual symbol with this. What energy did this person bring into your life? Somebody made you feel happy, for sure. Somebody made you feel at home, I'm sure. Somebody's causing you to want to grow. Someone caused you to want to go and heal some things about you. Yeah. You have environmentalists here. You've learning, someone taught you. Because with environmentalists, that's somebody who blames. They blame, they overconsume, they're complacent, they push their agendas onto other people they stay in intolerant situations that are very rigid. So with the Six of Cups coming here, you're learning to give to yourself, you're learning how to give to others, you're learning how to be a better version and be more loving. Okay. Some of you have learned that you can't keep pushing your ways or allowing people to push their ways on you. You have to stand for something. Stop blaming other people for why your life is where it is. Take some accountability for yourself. Stop projecting onto others. What's the shadow work here? What was the energy that someone's bringing or brought to my collective's life? Craving, promises, seductive allure. Some of you, you got into superficial sexual relationships where you got instant gratification, but then that was it. After that moment, after that short time, that was it. You weren't happy. You were back to deal with this other stuff. So you had to address the things that were hitting. Like, what am I really craving? What is it I really want? Because it's not just this lust. That's just temporary. After that, we don't talk, we don't speak, we don't hang out. Like, they're just taking from you. You're giving too much of other people, letting other people consume you. What was the lesson, the karma? Give me the karma card lesson for that big energy that somebody brought or still bringing to my collective's life. Accept the imperfections. Perfection doesn't exist. Embrace your flaws and those of others. They are the key to your growth. Yeah, stop expecting your relationship to be perfect. Stop expecting a person to be perfect. Like, when they don't meet your ideal version. Remember we talked about blaming others? Remember we talked about letting other people push their agendas onto you, or you pushing your agendas onto other people? You can't do that. You can't want more of a person than they want for themselves. You have to understand they're not perfect. No one is perfect. You're not perfect, okay? So you have to accept that. Yes, they have some things about them that are broken, but they have a giving spirit. They have a loving person. They're a good person. They have morals. They have integrity. I can work with that. These few flaws, I can work with these little broken pieces because they're going to heal that, and through my help, I can help them heal that. Because you yourself aren't perfect. How did the situation affect my collective spiritual evolution? How did that relationship or situationship affect my collective spiritual evolution? Oh, we have 2 cards? No, 3? Oh my gosh. You went within for sure. You started listening to your spiritual guide, your guidance. You started going within, listening to your intuition, using discernment, using wisdom. Your spirit guides are calling to you, getting downloads. Some of you, messages from dreams, within dreams, okay? You also have the Knight of Pentacles out here as well. So that lets me know too that you're now holding yourself responsible. You're now wanting to progress forward. You're taking accountability for what you've done. Yeah, you're listening. You're wanting to answer the call for the higher purpose. That's what you're doing. That's what the whole thing was about. The verse. What's the spiritual symbol for this? How has the situation affected my collective spiritual evolution? You're cautious now. You're aware. You're making yourself aware of deceit. You're aware of tricksters. You're aware of the games they play. You're aware of taking risky paths that's going to lead to your demise, your downfall. You're now moving with discernment, with wisdom. You're listening to your intuition. You're recognizing the red flags and you're staying away. You're just cautious now. What else? Some of you still still might be holding on to resentment, though. You need to forgive whoever came against you. Release them. Let it go. Go towards your future. Let the past be in the past and go find your peace. Stop wanting revenge. For yours who's wanting revenge for someone coming against you, you need to let that go. Don't harbor that. Don't seek revenge. The universe will get revenge. So put your sword down. Stop wanting that. What is the karmic lesson? How that situation affected you spiritually? Clear the karmic. Clear the karmic what? Clear the karmic weight. The past still lives in what you haven't faced. Name that weight that you carry and choose to release it for now. You gotta let it go. Whatever, for those of you who are still in a situation that are not going into your hermit mode, that are not listening to your intuition because you're staying paused, you need to let that go. Let that relationship go, that situationship go, let whatever's holding you back. And then lastly, what does collective need to know about this relationship? What did you need to know about this relationship you came out of? How it trained you, how it crafted you? Page of Swords. With the Page of Swords, your curiosity for knowledge, your quest for knowledge, how that relationship, what it taught you. You're wanting more now. You're wanting more out of life. It's taught you how to see what else is out there. You've gone through so much. You don't want to go through that again. You don't want to repeat a lesson. You don't want to experience that hurt. You learned a lot about yourself with that relationship. And now you feel like it's more. I know it's more than this out there. It's made you sharper. It's giving you a thirst for knowledge. You've gone within. You've taken the time to go within. So now you're finding your talents. A page is someone who has a little experience, but they have other gifts. But it's awakening a lot of your spiritual gifts. And how you express yourself, how you see things, how you're defending now yourself. You're getting a grip on it. You're no longer afraid to speak your truth. Because you know that speaking your truth with a sword, clarity, truth, speaking your truth is the only way you're going to bring about the change. Nothing's going to change if you keep hiding. What's the circle symbol between this? Thank you. Yeah, you're ready to take a risk. You want to speak your truth, take a risk, do something you haven't done before. Okay, listen to your intuition. Some of you are intuitive. You've gotten your spiritual gifts have been increased. You're ready to take lead of your life, control your life, fix things, rebuild things, repair things. You have a lot of energy now. Your ambitions about a new beginning. You want to start something. What was the shadow work? Release that anger. You're ready to release the anger you've been holding for whoever hurt you in the past or came against you in the past. You're ready to express things in a healthy way. Move with healthier relationships, healthier mindset. You want balance in your life. What was the karmic lesson there? Give me the karmic card. The karmic card for what they needed to know about this relationship that they just came out of. That you need to start choosing people, partnerships, relationships with the love. Love is the most powerful force. Choose love over fear and then your life will transform. You've learned that. You've learned now that stop going into things because it look good, sound good, look good on paper, they look good, they have money, they success, and you think, okay, this is best for me. Choose situations now with love. Does this person truly love me for me, my flaws and all? Do I love this person, or am I in it for some type of superficial gain, recognition, or status? Am I afraid to give my heart, so I'm going to sit in something that people don't require me to change, to grow, to be a better version of myself, where I'll just take what I get because I already know what the demon that I'm working with. Give me one angel oracle card. One angel oracle card. Something you might be seeing that confirms that it's time to change, it's time to evolve, it's time to go within, it's time to get on that spiritual journey. It's time to make a choice to release, transform. You want angel oracle card, and this has gotten to be, oh God, stability. It's time to work on your stability. 444. Angels are guiding and supporting you, providing a stable foundation for success. So it's time to work on your stability. That is your mental, your physical, your emotional, your spiritual. It's time to build a better foundation for a stronger future. And your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, universe, they're here and they're supporting you. And they're providing this support for you. Don't be afraid to take this walk on your new journey. This is my read. Sending you my love, my blessings. Thank you.